it's... Can they end this game early before? Because I feel like if Morphling gets his farm, Dyrachyo should just be able to completely take over this game.
Don't have amazing stun potential either on Gaming Gladiators to be able to lock the Storm Spiriting. Should still see an early-ish BKB for BZM, but certainly does make it challenging when you don't have that full complement of heroes to make his life a little bit more.
Top lane. They're going to try and make an attempt onto Yuragi with a rotation. Not a Celery. They telekinesis him back inside the pit, but with Yuragi's stolen damage, he'll get a return kill looking for the deny, and he finds it as well, so...
Wants to tank a couple of tower hits as well, but won't be able to do it in time to be able to save the siege. But still,
Yuragi, I mean, once again, another rotation coming through the portal from Celery, and as soon as they see some of the supports playing away from the Razor, they know this is a free kill. There's nowhere he's going to be able to run, unfortunately. I mean, that is... Dude, Ace's top net worth!
Yep, I just looked at that as well.
What's going on?
That you're really wanting to make a lot of those aggressive plays.
Tower is getting obliterated.
Hiding behind the trees, so yeah, looks like Tofu's going to be the kill. Pretty nice reaction up with the telekinesis. They were going to try and gate in as well to have some extra reinforcements for the further fight. Tofu should still go down. Celery dies as well inside the river. But Gaming Gladiators importantly bring Audit Cause to potentially turn the tides, but maybe with DM showing up, there could be a fight where OG stands strong. So we're able to get the kill into Ace. High net worth member that gets taken care of. Now Dyrachyo's in some trouble as well, and the waveform doesn't even come out. So with the Arcane Rune, they get maximum effectiveness out of it, and DM shows up very early on the Timbersaw. As much time as he possibly can get. And unfortunately, he's going to be the target of this smoke. Now, he's in a pretty decent position with a creep wave to pop it, and with the slide off the mark, Yuragi should be okay. They're actually going to look to TP and then counter smoke from OG. Comes in from BZM, even the TP onto the T1 tower as well, so they're going to be able to stab Gaming Gladiators deep inside their own jungle. They're going to put all their attention onto Quinn. With Remnant's still there to work with, but the Ember's soaking up a lot of the damage. So he tries to step over to the right side. BZM's completely out of mana. It's going to be able to DM if they're able to secure the kill, and with the chain over the top, need a little bit more spell damage. Can they get it? They will be able to. Beautifully done. BZM, along with 4 other members, are required out of OG to stop that smoke.
Love that play as well. I'm sure they would have been very keen to fight as far over to the left-hand side as possible. It was a pretty early Nether Ward drop by Celery that was able to be constantly scouted out by the Razor. Fog of War, so made sure that he was able to stay as far away from that, focused it down first and foremost, and that just opened up the fight so heavily for OG to be on the positive side of it. Ish 100 gold away, maybe 800 or so when you take the recipe in account for that Lotus Orb. So you've got a bit of a response now towards, you know, things like the attribute shift, the replicate, get out of the Pit of Malice, you can get out of the chains. So DM, he's certainly delivering with this early game.
Really impressed with how active he's been getting here for DM, and
Dyer's top tower is
hopefully we're going to continue to see that be the case as well. I mean, this is also a pretty cool item, Tiger going Veil. You are, I guess that could also be one critique about OGs. You are very reliant on all your spells to do damage, so potentially looking at some early BKBs. Ace has got a pipe, which can maybe help mitigate some of that, but of course we're going to imagine Quinn's going to go BKB after the Maelstrom. The question is when Dyrachyo wants it though, because we said, you know, Scepter looks very, very good this game. Whether he feels like it's required of a BKB just to be able to maybe give him time to even get towards that third item Scepter, we will see.
We'll see. I really feel like OG's big timing is prior to Quinn getting into this BKB trip. You can have all of the magic resist that you want with a pipe, but DM is still going to be able to win. All of that is pure damage. The pipe is going to be able to now he's got that Lotus Orb to be able to make plays with, right? So you just want to make sure that you're able to convert on a lot of these kill attempts while they don't have that debuff immunity that's going to stop all pure damage. Coming through OG as well.
He's going to be the target of this Orchid reveal. So a quick and easy kill onto the support. And they should be able to chain that into a tier 1 tower as well. With the tower going down, that's going to give Yuragi enough gold for the BKB. And hopefully it's just going to be from lane to lane for OG. You know, like you said, this is their strongest time.
And it's all setting up for the next, like, minute and a half as they ping out Ace coming down towards this bottom side. They know he's here.
Alright, yeah.
Pipe off?
Oh like you said, Pipe's not going to do too much first DM, so able to blow him up. Should be able to slowly chunk down this T2 time. I mean, I guess if there's any critique as well with Dire is you don't really have the greatest way to find objectives, so it'll take you quite some time until the Razor's got plenty of items to help address that.
Going to be great against the Underlord and the Morphling. Of course, they've got ways to get out of it with the man and a lot of jump through all the P.
Yeah, they won't get it though. Although he has already used the static link, so it's really going to enable Duracho inside the team fight now as Yuragi's losing all his damage. Blinding Light's going to be able to give them some respite. They might jump the Tiger next though with the Crystal Maiden revealing herself on the high ground, so Gaming Gladiators want the easy kill. They'll get it.
Just onto a CM though, at the end of the day, right? Extra output.
Looks like the Dire figured out where Radiant
Interesting word from Tiger.
Pretty effective.
See what they can do with the early Manta Force. Let's lock it from BCM if they can get rid of the Podknot. Ace wants to get involved as well. Maybe this is the fight that Gaming Gladiators can take with all 5 heroes nearby. Yuragi hasn't used the BKB just yet, will force to do so to escape, and now Deem has no one nearby. OG, they try and take a fight. They didn't have the numbers advantage, so I'm not sure where Seb was. They just funnel into the area, and Gaming Gladiators is more than happy with that. Underlord just completed a Hex. That's a big item for this smoke fight.
All of OG are at least in relatively close proximity this time.
Not near Yuragi though. Just pop it up to Ace this time, but the Hex is going to be able to reveal it, and they should have the telekinesis before the BKB as well. What a Hex reveal. You couldn't have asked for a better person to kill to start the fight as well, as now OG just trying to look to cut their losses, and no one else will die. Right now, you completely sacrifice. Oh, they're actually looking for a kill on BTM because they see he's out of mana. Ace, oh, what a lead from Gaming Gladiators. Move in at the gate, get the Hex out, another kill. They'll even be able to spy out Tiger as well. There is no escape for the poor old Wolf. More and more kills given over to Gladiators, and Duracho is already starting Roche.
He's just gonna solo it, basically. I mean,
He's completing the Nullifier, which will be done after this camp. So he's got no more camps.
back and sell the magic wand. Is he necessary? I mean, to me, it's still Ember Spirit that's the main target.
She's going to get blown right push back inside the base, but the other one is incredibly tanky. And now Quinn's going to be able to jump Yuragi as well. They want to try and force up the BKB. They won't be able to do so, but OG, they start the fight without all of their heroes nearby. And now it's going to be a 4v5. They do force the buyback out of Tiger, though. Might be able to deal with the first. Great reactions. Hex from Ace, but BZM. Jen's going to be able to hold him into place, but that's where Dim comes into play with the lone swap. He doesn't have it for himself now, though. Would be vulnerable for Gaming Gladiators. I'm going to give OG an opportunity to potentially find a way back in with diving deeper inside the base. They're going to try and refill up in the resources and maybe go for another push. Or wait for the Satanic, which Duracho has.
Boy.
Stupendous!
Tiger. Haven't lost the tier 3 tower just yet, but the more and more and more. Seb, he's got a lot of money saved up though. 5,000 gold, getting so close to being able to purchase up that side buy. Irony.
Oh, aggressive wave from Seb. He's just going to die inside the base. Another buyback expended out of one of the OG supports, and how are you going to be able to address the Morphling? Look at the positioning from Duracho. Nothing he needs to fear.
Still got Satanic, he's still got the Aegis to be able to play around with. A lot of other heroes making your life a whole lot more challenging. That Cypher Vice on a Storm Spirit without a BKB.
Oh, Tiger, that's a great kill. He pulled back. Alright, 4v5 now. And that's also a second dieback. 3v5 now is Gaming Gladiators. They are just crippling OG. We have not seen them be able to do anything in the span of the last 10 minutes. Yuragi might even die under the tier 4 tower as well. They are just dancing in and out. Perfect team fight engagement. Hex is there, waiting for the telekinesis chain control. Red is all the reigning champions here throughout the DPC year, and Gaming Gladiators, well, they're going to be able to take a game 1 very convincingly.
Yes, they will, and you know, it's only in 35 minutes. Most of the time, when you expect to see, you know, an OG game finishing at 35 minutes, you're pretty happy because they play this aggressive style, but it was really that 20 to 25 minute mark where they had the Aegis, they had full control over the game. You still hadn't reached into this Aghanim Scepter, you didn't have the Scythe of Vice, or a lot of these other tools that Gaming Gladiators needed to be able to, you know, take this full-on engagement. And DM as well, he was incredible.
No, I really like the last pick as well for OG, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do. Of course, I mean, there is always the potential that sometimes Slark's fighting into Firestorm and early points in Starstorm. Like, if Tofu can somehow get level 3 to decent timing in the lane, it can be a little bit scary for Yuragi to fight into that. I think, again, it felt like very similar to last game. We have to put a lot of emphasis on the supports rotations, you know, whether it be securing water runes, whether it be Celery rotating through the portal. I think there's even a lot of value, you know, Seb even rotating through the portal. You gotta hope for results, but oh, they... Aiga! Oh, all right, Quinn. Well played indeed. And
so much milk. Heads up, 30 seconds.
I mean, I don't blame you when your Pango's 18-8 compared to the 10-4 on BZM. Yeah, you're gonna need to start to bring in some random creeps here and there. So Quinn's gonna make
standing there menacingly.
How much of mana is it stolen? Oh, I guess it's depending on the intel, but yeah, still, regardless, a decent chunk. So
100, which was...
And man, the Ratio is just free farming his top lane, 25 and 6 compared to the 16 and 0. I'm also a little bit surprised at how well of a start that the Broodmother has had.
I am as well, and well, Tofu, he's making that rotation towards mid. What a surprise! Not exactly something completely out of the ordinary. As Tofu, he just wants to go for more creeps, but he's not dying for it.
Kind of messed up. He's got Fairy Fire still to play with. Maybe he didn't mess up. Healing Lotus Judas as well. Jumps on over away from BZM, but Tiger lives on about 25 health. And
man, like everything, it feels like does come back to that first blood. Like, I know this bottom lane still probably would have gone about the same, but you've just needed to make so many more rotations towards that mid lane to lessen the damage.
Oh, a little bit awkward.
Remnant left. Like,
dude, what is that damage? Why is DM getting tipped?
Probably because he's 2 levels behind on a Timbersaw against a Broodmother that's nowhere near as strong as it used to be. Right, still not into that Vanguard. It's 8.5 minutes.
They're not leaving mid, man. Dude, where's BZM gonna go? We can't. Do they just kill Seb? Do they wait for the Ember? Quinn's gonna miss on the swashbuckler now. Yeah, the Pango is lacking some mana. Should be able to get the kill onto Tofu. Another leap into the river. He will survive with the Self as well. BZM is on a hunt. Another round of the slight secures the kill, so we're 1 for 1. A little bit messy, I suppose, for Gaming Gladiators.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of...
You know what? They'll take what they can get. This is something that OG are like, man, we need levels, because right now, Pango's got 3 on BZM. You've also got 2 in your side lanes, and Ace, what was meant to be a really good Slark game, has just been an absolute K. Picked up, looking to make rotations with Tofu.
9-minute defusal.
Yep.
Okay. And Ace is just gonna bait. He's got Mechanism sword already. Quinn's gonna pop out. Almost just one hits Tiger with a swashbuckle. They'll be able to get the Crystal Maiden. Quinn's already looking for a +1. Now, BZM is gonna move down to bottom. But it doesn't look like there's much that the Ember can really do to turn this team fight. Maybe it's up to DM to rotate. That we saw was a big factor in game 1. But he will cancel his own TP.
Go up into Duraccio again. He's got the Vanguard, so much less vulnerable to this sort of attempt. Any other hero would just be dying to this, but he's that reactive armor.
Radiant's middle tower is
he got a regen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you can get it up.
You got the power runes up shortly that they want to get.
Yep, power runes, also potentially some damage into this tier 1 tower.
The prize is mine.
They're just constantly hugging the towers. Like, what are you supposed to do against this thing? You still get the deny. Mid-tier 1, so a little bit of gold going OG's way, but not fair enough to just dive Seb underneath the tier 2, 12 minutes in.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
I mean, this is like GG inside of the area. We'll look to be able to just obliterate Seb. EZM, he does not have the damage to be able to take any sort of team fight at this stage.
Look at Celery, dude. Just running into 3 upper high ground where he doesn't have to worry about anything. Meanwhile, Uragi as well is getting blocked from Duraccio, trying to look for a pounce angle. And this on a swashbuckle, Uragi will be able to get out of danger. They might just turn to Deem instead. So the Vanguard's going to be enough to... Jesus Christ, yeah, alright, never mind. The Vanguard ain't going to do shit. Gaming Gladiators, they are so far ahead. 10k net worth lead in 14-minute mark, and this is just a, must say, kind of a depressing way for OG to go out of the tournament.
Hanging on by a break.
Unfortunately, that might be the way it's going to be, because Duraccio is just chasing down Seb, and meanwhile, look at the smoke removal as well. We're even going to cut off maybe some of the reinforcements or people playing behind the Enchantress. It's just off the mark, but the Atos going to be on the setup for the arrow. And they'll have the damage to kill him off inside the stun lock. We'll even consider about Uragi. Quinn, he knows no fear. There is no boundary here for the Pangolier when he is currently in this position. Maybe a tier 3 tower might be a bit too deep though.
Unless it's basketball. Football.
15 minutes, a little bit too deep, but you know what? They should be able to just, again, plant their flag on this side of the map. They're playing with an observer ward right now, so they know exactly where the... Demolition.
No, it's not. In fact, all the boys are suddenly here off the back of them. DM will be able to chain up to the higher ground. They're still hunting though. That is, don't want to let him get out too freely. I mean, he's got a couple heroes nearby. Uragi and Tiger are trying to potentially protect him, but I don't even know if it's going to matter in the end. A nice side step here with the pounce. So still be able to get the kill into DM, and now Tiger is just offering himself up on a silver platter. So Ace Huntable Heroes gets the double.
And Duraccio is just ratting top. So this is a tier 2 tower going down. 16 minutes in. It's the little things, right? The first blood leading into everything else. Uragi had his courier sniped previously. That was 6 games.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a
is
pile
true.
of smoking rocks.
Yeah.
Gaben is giving them a 10% chance. I don't know about that one. That's optimistic.
I didn't even know. Is there another word better to describe for optimistic? Because I feel like the delusional, maybe?
Oh, okay, that's a little hard.
Is it? I mean, it's
Misha's birthday, man. Be a little nicer.
I'm sorry, Misha. I apologize. The minute mark. It's not going well.
They're going down here.
Yeah, no, he's not dying. And all of OG are dying unless they leave. Quick great. They'll get DM. And North Tiger's going to try and do whatever he can to allow Uragi to find a pounce away. They're going to buy back on DM. This is the last fight. Maybe they can get some kills off the back of it. Up to me. Shidu just way too far ahead. And that's going to be a celebratory couple of kills. And resulting in, I imagine, a couple letters shortly getting dropped as well. So they're going to be able to chase down and find the full 5-man wipe. And there they are.
Someone just left.
Unfortunately, the boys on OG, they will be eliminated from the Riyadh Masters after Gaming Gladiators were able to convincingly 2-0 them.
Timbersaw, he finally gets to break it out this time around, but I don't know what it is. He just did not have the games that I was expecting to be able to come through from him. And Quinn, again.